So hey, what's up you guys? I am here at the end of a very long day. So today was probably like the Mondayest Tuesday I've ever had in my whole damn life. And I think the only thing that kept me going the whole day was, of course, knowing that I would be unboxing this at last, right? Okay, so this is the Kotobukiya Zatanna Bishoujo Statue. It is a piece that I got from my friends at Cosmic Comics, right? So a little bit of background. So what happens is Cosmic Comics every now and again, they have these really kick-ass auctions. I think I'll start unboxing while I'm speaking. Yeah, so they have these really awesome auctions every so often. Where they get rid of some stock, you know, like they give you an opportunity to get stuff, and you know, like it happens every now and again. So I lucked out on one of those auctions, and I managed to score this piece that I've had my eye on for quite some time at a ridiculously yes, man. Okay, yeah, sorry, at a ridiculously reduced rate, right? So, yeah, so I was very happy about that. I'm very excited, right? So, I'm gonna unbox it, right? So, I'm a major fan of Kotobukiya stuff. Kotobukiya, you know, just this phenomenal brand that gives us high quality figures at pretty reasonable prices, you know. Now here in South Africa, with the rand doing what it's doing against the dollar, you know, it has become a little bit more difficult to collect and keep up with, you know, all the new releases. But you know, guys like Cosmic Comics having these kind of things every now and again does help with that a little bit. So yeah, yes. Okay, what's here? Okay, so there's an accessory. Right, okay, so this is the Zatanna figure. It's a Bishoujo statue, as I said. It is made with some PVC. Oh, okay, there's some mixed media elements as well. But I'm getting ahead of myself, right? So, as is always the case with the review of this nature, I will be considering the two essential elements, that of course being the aesthetics and the age factor. Now, when I talk about aesthetics, I refer to the overall visual appeal of a piece. In other words, what is this piece over here going to do for your display? And as you can see, it is truly stunning, right? It's truly stunning. So it's a very well packaged figure, as you can see. Very well packaged. It has, you know, all of the stuff over here to prevent it from getting damaged in transit and storage. It is one piece. It is affixed to the base. So I'm just going to very carefully. Oh, okay. So it has some sort of like cellophane over here. Okay, so you don't actually need a knife to do that, right? And then I saw there's one accessory that is her wand. So you just want to be careful you don't lose or break this. Yeah, okay, and that just slides in like so. Okay, right. So not a hell of a lot of assembly required. Okay, so yeah. So when we look at the aesthetics, I'm not crying. It's just I went for eye surgery some years back, so I start tearing up very easily, and so I don't actually cry at all. But not the point that I was making. Anyway, yeah, so this is the Zatanna figure, right? And as you can see, it looks freaking amazing, right? So it has that distinctive Bishoujo style, you know, that art style. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do an inset video over there somewhere where you can see close up like what I'm talking about, right? So, yeah, so okay, so it's a one-piece figure. It's affixed to this base over here. There's a little screw over there at the bottom that holds it in place. And it just looks amazing. It looks really amazing. So it has this sort of like Japanese-esque or anime-esque look to it, as you'll see on the face of the in that little inset video somewhere down there. And very nicely done, very detailed, you know. Okay, so there's a phenomenal amount of fine sculpted detail all throughout the figure, as you would be able to see, from the creases in her clothing to the ruffles over here on her blouse, and yeah, all of that looks really good. In terms of paint work, you know, I generally have very high expectations of Kotobukiya, and they do not disappoint. I do note that there isn't a hell of a lot of shading. Well, okay, on the skin portions, there's some highlighting and whatnot there, so it does give it a pseudo lifelike look, which is very nice. I'm happy with that, but it doesn't have a whole lot of shading over here like on the body itself. which is a slight departure from what you tend to see with other Bishoujo statues, you know. But you know, I'm not. It doesn't derogate too much from the statue itself, so that's okay. What I am impressed with is, of course, her fishnet stockings. These are actual materials, so it's actually a mixed media statue. So mixed media statues are basically statues that have, as the name suggests, you know, different elements to it. So you may have a statue that's plastic, but it has like some fabric parts and whatnot, right? So yeah, very, very nice. I'm very, very happy with that. The pattern is you know, fairly even. My eyes might be deceiving me, but there's a very, very nice touch of it, right? And it's unfortunate. I doubt you're going to be able to pick it up on the camera. And I actually do. I just realized that, you know, the shadow from the top there is falling on my face, so the lighting is really, really shitty over here. I think in future I must do videos somewhere else. But anyway, I digress. So, what's really nice over here is that the skin, you know, there's some highlights on her skin, and that's under the stockings themselves. So, very, 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 very nice attention to detail. Yeah, so on the whole, I'm going to say aesthetically, it looks on point. Look, it's very, very stylized figure, you know, very, very stylized, it has very, very stylized look. And this is one of the more modern Bishoujos. Like the older Bishoujos over here at the end of the hair, you would see that, you know, the hair was almost translucent. So I said they stopped doing that. I really wish they went back to that. I mean, that was a nice touch, but, you know, that doesn't take anything away from the figure itself. Like I said, you know, a lot of attention to the fine details. You can see even there on her gloves, you know, they've got those little sculpted details in there. So I'm very, very, very happy with this piece. So aesthetically, as I said, on freaking point. Which brings us to the age factor. Now, the age factor is a generic standard that I've coined where I assess the degree to which a figure makes one go ish with excitement or ish with disappointment, right? So it's more an emotive thing. It's how does this figure make you feel? Now, look. One of the things that I get really emotional about, because I sometimes get a little bit emotional, is of course price. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a charo, so I'm a little bit cheap every now and again. So I don't really like to spend money on stuff. As much as I love my collection, I try to get things at a very, very good, you know, a very, very good rate. So this one over here, you know, this particular figure, you know, falls within that bracket. It's not by any means a cheap figure, you know. But it's not going to bust your bank up terribly. And what's really, really nice is guys like Cosmic Comics do offer very, very competitive payment plans. So you can chat to Shane and Karen out there, and you can tell them, you know, you really want this figure, and you know, I'm sure they'll be able to work something out for you. So it's definitely, you know, from their point of view, definitely worth picking up. On the whole, though, like, so the Zatanna character, I think my first exposure to the Zatanna character was in Batman the Animated Series, right? So that was like that early 90s cartoon, right? And there was one episode where she actually features, and it's you know, she was just so cute, you know, like such a cool character. And there was a comic book that I had gotten from one dude that I went to high school with. Like, so he had this thing where he would sell stuff and whatnot, and in that comic book, you know, there was, I think, Zatanna's first, no, not first appearance, but she just joined the Justice League, so it was called the Reverse Spells, Zatanna's Magic. I can't remember clearly now, but basically, you know, the way it works with this character is that like she has actual magic powers, but you know, so she but she casts the spells backwards. So if she wanted to say, okay, like be quiet, she'd say the spell like eb tieque. Okay, I probably shouldn't have chosen that, but okay, wait, stop now, you know, like, so like, for example, if the spell was stop now, yeah, that's actually better, stop now, it'll be one pots, you know, like, so like, one pots. So it doesn't have the same flair as, for example, Avada Kedavra or something like that, but you know, it does the point, you know. I think that the only, if I were faced with someone like Zatanna, I'll probably be bewitched by her outfit on the whole, as compared to anything she would possibly say, you know. So you could say that I would be bewitched, and her magic would leave me speechless. Right, so yeah. But coming back to the point, yeah, no, the figure is a really, really awesome one for me. I'm a major Batman fan, so Zatanna is a character who is primarily from the Batman comics, so I'm very, very happy to add her to my growing Bishoujo collection. On the whole, I would have to say that between the build quality, the price point, and just being a very, very faithful representation of the character as a whole, this statue over here in itself is a resounding ish for me, and I will have no hesitations with recommending it. So you could definitely consider this one. Yeah, so yeah, that's that. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you're watching this and you have some suggestions of things you would like us to focus on in the build up to Comic-Con Africa, maybe product features, service features, whatever the case may be. Well, Comic-Con is something for the fans, by the fans. So be sure to reach out and let us know a little bit more about what you'd like to see there. And yeah, I'll chat to you guys soon. Ciao.